Hello everyone, welcome back to another market recap video. It's the, what day are we? 2nd of September, so a new month now. August was good. I got on with the scalp and we're on oil. We'll go through all that kind of stuff as well in this video. Just starting off here on Bitcoin against the dollar. Obviously I'm still riding this short down. Haven't even tried hedging it really. I still think we go lower, especially if you're looking at the 3-day and the monthly chart. If I show you the monthly chart here. You know, you're starting to get a little kick here, but you can see these long tails and long wicks here that always give the liquidity to go down to the downside. You can say here, you're kind of sitting at support, but I just feel like we just get another down candle. But at the moment, it is quite an orderly pullback. You see a run like this is the kind of pullback that you'd want, which is pretty good to be fair. Like if bulls looking alright, kind of. But it's just that I do have this position and I still want that target. I think we could take down to this area. 8.4, 8.7. There's a lot of confluence there. If you saw my post about the 3 drives pattern, along with the breakouts of resistance that hadn't been retested as support. So it just makes a bit of sense to me. But as you can see here, we are sitting at this support level right here, which is held. But I just feel like this is just gonna not sustain itself, and you might just see a candle here and then a move down to this final target. As you can see, let me see if I can get it on a daily for you. That is still the area to try and tag. It broke out and then it retested. And remember that continuation pattern that we talked about, where people along this retest, you know, and it just catches a bull trap, sinks down, runs the stops, and then that's where you get the liquidity for this next run. As soon as these stops get taken from this area, all their stop losses would be in this area, and we just haven't come back to retest that area yet. So I think we could tag that, and that is where I'm looking for longs to actually take on this next rally. As you can see, we're just moving here. It's quite a nice little move today, but I just feel like we could just sell off round around this resistance, take a move down to here, and then we can go for the final showdown and try and take on this 12,000 area again, try and break above these, and then we'll go sailing and see where we can go and start targeting this area again, and then try and move up to this area here. Obviously you have this level, and then after 17, so between 14 and 17 there's nothing really there, so you know you could get quite a sharp move. So try and catch anything down in this area for me is where I'm looking. You can see it a bit better here on the 3-day chart. You just broke above, broke below, and it hasn't retested yet, so the continuation is a pattern. We'll keep an eye on that. But the reason I took that short again today, obviously you can see here this Kasimodo level right around here. So you just went sideways. Now normally the best Kasimodo ones are these areas right around here. So as you can see, this sideways candle and you broke above. So we do have some support here now. We've just taken out that swing high and you haven't retested this area. It's still fresh after ripping up above. It hasn't retested at all since it's broke out of this area. So there's going to be a good level of support around here at a 9.7s. But you do have this Kasimodo level right around here. And you know, going extended into it like I spoke about before, extended into levels, supports or resistances that have less probability of breaking through. And here, look, just right around here on the MACD as well, and on the RSI, you can see here you have a hidden bearish divergence. So a hidden bearish divergence is when the oscillator is making higher highs, but price is making lower highs. So as you can see here, I'll just mark this out for you guys. You're going into this Kasimodo level. Price is not making new highs, but the stochastic, sorry, MACD and the RSI both are, and also coming into this, the RSI is overbought. So for me right now, this is an area to actually get short. You know, it might come down to this level here and you might start holding, but I'm reckoning the dead cat and we'll start moving lower again. You know, looking at the macro is still bearish, so even though he was playing at support right there, I think we could have a sell off here, and the risk to reward's quite good with the stops below. And we took this, was looking actually on the 15-minute chart. Ethereum was the play. It was basically pretty similar, and obviously they moved together, but Ethereum's been a little bit clearer. As you can see here, got that errors. You got this new. I think my mouse is running out of battery. So you see this breakdown area here, and you just scalp short there. You can see this area here coming into resistance, and you're starting to get overextended. You've got starting to make a hidden bearish share as well. So you come in hidden bearish divergences into a strong resistance area, and I was hoping Bitcoin would do the same, but it didn't quite do the same. But as you know, the SFP plays here. Look, as you can see, you have the RSI bearish divergence, and then you have the SFP. So hopefully we'll go lower here. We did take a short entry about 17855. So hopefully we'll break down now. So they are the plays for me right now. News Cutter done a great shout in the chat. We haven't been playing too many orcs now. They're just a bit too dodgy, but I believe it was the 1 hour chart. This is a very nice Kasimodo, and you have the double level support. It's so clear to see. But obviously you just have to watch here. If Bitcoin starts selling off, be careful. But as you can see, that's the clear level right there. Let me see if it matches up. If it matches up between anything between the 50 and the 61, I think it might be a bit low or near enough. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. It's good bit there, News Car. That's what the group's all about. That is what it was all about, to be fair. Having a group of people that everyone was looking at the same sales, and that's why I advise people to buy the video series before they actually come in the chat room, so everyone knows what they're looking for, and everyone's on the same page, rather than everyone just doing some random kind of styles, but each their own. Shame that didn't go. So let's go into foreign exchange. Sorry, my mouse I think is running out of battery, so if you see me just sketching about with this mouse, it's a bit weird. Actually, we'll quickly jump into US oil. And I posted a few charts on this the other day, and I just want to show you more about this. So, as you can see, we're here, this area, and it would be a little bit better. You can see this swing high point right here with the wicks. And you broke to new highs in new Kasimodo below that swing low. So that was a Kasimodo. This is a Kasimodo. Last swing low. We've done one here as well, kind of a bit sketchy. But that was a Kasimodo, now it's a Kasimodo. So it's ranging in between two QMs right now. Basically what we wanted to see some confluence on a lower time frame. But what we actually got was actually really nice on the 4 hour. And it done on the 1 hour as well. We'll talk about the SFP. As you can see, it wasn't overbought or anything, but just the confluence of being at the resistance as well. The SFP there, you know, you had a high, tried making a new high, you just failed, closed it, retested it perfectly, and it sold off, and I managed to bang 11% gain. So that was quite a good trade for me. Just selling it off. I'm out of the position right now. I've got into it here with a really super tight stop loss, and I put 2% on it, so it was quite good for me. As you can see there, look, the 1 hour as well, just try to take it out. You had this RSI bearish divergence. You know, the MACD was still way under these highs, so you know, potential for the early divergence. And then once that just ended up crossing, it crossed right around here, and you were just tagging this reclaim level perfectly at that time, and it's just a sharp sell off. Look at that candle, that's what you want. And it's just consolidating sideways now. I'm not in position no longer, just because it was a scalp and I didn't really want to hold it too long, and it started going sideways, so I just jumped out of it. But US oil is always just one of the cleanest ones. The way it moves is just so beautiful. You can see like another Kasimodo here. I believe we took this. I think a few of us took this when we saw that. And look at that, it's just like one tag, two tag to the fucking cent basically, and just sell off. So it is a very good move. If you don't trade oil, I recommend try to get into it. It just moves so clean, so clean. It's like Bitcoin. It's got good ranges at the moment, good wild swings to really get some good trades going. If you get a good entry, you know, look at these highs here, this area, close below. Just about close below around this area. Once again, you got all the divergences forming here as well. You know, look, both on the what is this 4-hour chart. The MACD divergences and the RSI divergences come down. Kasimodo into that level, sell off, massive, huge gains. Let me go into foreign exchange now. Fuck. It's kind of already tested it there, so it's gonna get weaker. Ooh. Very interesting spot there. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. Just looking at the 4-hour here. So, for me right now, I want to see this level get taken out. And then come back up, retest that area. So close below, retest, and then that will give me a short trigger if I see some confluence there on the lower time frame, such as, you know, if I get the divergences, and we get an SFP or something like that. But a stop will go above the high. You can see some easy targets here, easy to manage. Voila. Voila. Fucking mouse. Voila. So that'll be our target, so you can just scout in and out of that trade. Look at this price action right here on a daily. It's just fucking disgusting. Everything's been held up by these big moves. I just sunk these, and now it's kind of just shit. Not much going on. Wow, how's that chart like that? Just approaching new lows again here in EuroCAD. Might double bottom there. Quite an ugly chart. Everything's not looking too pretty. The price action's been a bit ugly at the moment. There's a huge Kasimodo level here on pound, euro to pound. Gonna have to try and get up there though. This is when we was looking at the euro US dollar last week, and someone was saying about longing this level here with the Kasimodo. Remember I said about just looking down into the hourly and actually see what we had here. We had this little floor that got made. As you can see, this floor here, and basically if you're long in here, you might as well just wait and see if you can get over this level, because what might happen is you might actually just get above and Kasimodo as well, pass through that high take out that high, and you could Casimodo, and you've got a Casimodo level as well. So you might as well just wait. Just that extra bit of patience could save you there. Otherwise, this could just sell off. Like, you could just range between there and just break down again. So it's best off, if you see that kind of setup, just to hold it for a little bit longer. Switch to drop down to like an hourly and just see if you can take out that resistance rather than just longing it into the resistance. Oh, you've got a nice little Casimodo level here on the Great British Pound Canadian dollar. Where the fuck are all these lines coming from? It's a level that interests me right there. You do have a fucking lot of news coming out though, so just keep an eye on the news. But you've got, look, the divergences here on the MACD, the RSI, and a Casimodo. So you've got three. Remember, I made that data sheet for you guys. We've got three of those standing out. So it could be a good probable trade here for us on the pounds Canadian dollar. Obviously, you've got the Brexit shit coming up. So just keep an eye on all that kind of news. It's just been plummeting. Same again. We're right on it right now, this Casimodo level. There's a lot of stuff coming out in news. But we'll see what we can do at this level. See if we've got anything at the moment. The only thing is, I don't really like this when it cuts above, down, and then back up again. It's not as clean, but here you can see you just wicked off it quite nicely there. So we'll have a look. See what the 1 hour brings us. I mean, it's trying to do something. Right on the mark there with the 61 as well. You know what? What time's the news tomorrow? 9:30. Is this tomorrow as well? It's the 4th. Tell you what, I'll probably wait. I'll see what the Japanese open, the Asian markets open, and see what this starts to do, because it's going to be a good trade here. You know, you've got the divergence on the daily. You know, 61.8 as well. Nice confluence there on the level. When you see a nice little retracement level like that, especially when you've broken market structure. See when you broke a market structure here. And then you just reclaim that level. You broke above it and reclaimed it. But when you break the market structure, first pull back down to the 61.8 or 0.5. In that region, if that's the Casimodo range, I normally do like those. They're quite very good. Quite very good. That doesn't even make sense. Pound New Zealand dollar straight up into that resistance. That needs to close above that back line, otherwise that looks fucked. But once again, look, you've got the RSI bullish divergence. Nice wick there on the pound USD. That's the level that had my attention. Tell you what, guys. Oh, so the S&P 500 US dollar. Let me show you this one as well. If you haven't fallen asleep, I know I've dragged these on a bit. I could go a bit quicker. But look at this fractal here. So this fractal was from the highs. These are new all-time highs, and once again, it happened here. You broke to new all-time highs in this area, and I actually traded this. This was one of my best trades this year. It was right at this spot actually. I see it coming back up, and this is the exact same reason I took it. It was 61.8. It was just ranging, and I thought, to be honest, this was going to doom here, and it was just surprising when it had this really good bounce. I think Trump said something right down here, didn't he? And it's just bounced, and I took some profit. I got out around about this area here, but still, that was one of my best trades. My stop was so tight. When was that? February, March? December, fucking hell, time flies. And then, so you can see that it just breaks down from these highs, and then you had a sharp move, and then you just started going sideways, and it's exactly the same as what's happening here. You just had this from the highs, the breakdown, you had a sharp move, and now you're just going sideways, and look, both of them come to the 61.8 retracement Fibonacci. And I am short. I was short from here. Remember, I posted in the chat that I just want to see where it closed, and then I think Cuboid, I think you jumped in on it as well. I see on the 30-minute chart, I think it was, we reclaimed that level and we just started to just reject off it. It was right around here. It was really early, but I see it go up and then it just failed to get back above there, and you start moving sideways, and I just hit the trigger. So I got a really good entry on that with my stop above the high, but I think this could actually just start dumping. You know, I'm looking for try to make S&P make my trade again. Give me one of the best trades of this year as well. So that'd be really cool if that could do that. But there's a lot of things going on, especially with gold. But I want to show you gold actually. This is a chart I wanted to show you. So gold, I was hoping, remember earlier I said to you guys, hopefully we get a clean smash below, but the thing is here, it looks like it's reclaiming again, so it could be another good long. Remember when it tries to reclaim and it just like sweeps and then holds, you can actually take it for a long, but it's just the fact that the monthly chart, if look at this. So you have this resistance here quite clear, and you can see this monthly candle just sell off right at the end of it. And now we're obviously into a new month. We're now into September, so this is a new month, and you see it. Look, the monthly chart as well. RSI overbought. Now, how often do you see the RSI overbought? Like you see these good runs here, but look, good kickbacks. When it goes there, it just gets 2 month pullback. You get a 1 month pullback there, 1 month pullback, 2 month pullback, and then you just completely went off here. But once again, it's time to start looking for a possible short, and it was just not a massive. I'm not looking for anything massive here, but you know, try to get round to this area here. And with the macroeconomics right now going on, with all the shit, you know, gold is definitely something to be compounding. So what I'm looking to do here is trying to short, hopefully make some profits, and then with those profits plus the capital again, you know, try and get into like a macro position here, a position trade for a long. And then once you try and get this area, obviously first target be here. If we get above there, I'm going to compound and then try and get up to this area here. You know, just keep trying to get higher and higher. Stop would be just about around here. But the thing is, with on a monthly chart as well, you know, you don't have to have a physical stop. We'll have a physical stop. You can keep a mental stop. It's not like it's going to move too fast away from you. But gold, that was the thing here. What I was looking at was that, and as you can see, look, the weekly here tried to break above, and you just sold off, and then 3 day. So what I was actually looking for is to get further back below. Even a cash model would be even better, and then move down to this area, and then start hitting longs. Try and get up, add in this area. So start the original position here, add in this area. Look, at the moment you've got the RSI bearish divergence on the MACD and the RSI. So hopefully that is one to keep watching. That is probably my favourite setup of this week. The gold to US dollar. So that is it for this weekly recap. I think I've gone through everything there. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, get in the chat room. Just ping me on there to help. Take care.